If you hate studying or if you are losing interest in studies, this video will fix what's going wrong inside your mind. There are days when even the thought of opening your book feels like a punishment. You sit there in front of your book, keep staring at it, and don't even open it. And when you finally open it, you are stuck on the same page, just staring with half-closed eyes. Nothing enters your head. You try to read and you try to repeat the answer again and again, but it still doesn't make sense. And then slowly that voice inside starts speaking. I hate this. I just can't do it. And that's when you start believing, maybe something is wrong with me. But in this video, I will break down the real reason why you hate studying and what to do about it. There are three big problems that stop students from focusing and scoring well. And I will give you clear, practical solutions for all three. You will learn how to handle that heavy, tired feeling before studying, how to study in less time and still remember more, and how to actually understand subjects like maths, history, and physics without feeling lost or dumb. If you are someone who wants to score better, study faster, and actually feel confident before tests or exams, then don't miss this. What I'm about to show you is not taught in any school or coaching class, but it can change your entire way of learning. But let me be honest here. This video is not for everyone. 99% of students will never learn what I'm about to teach. They will keep doing the same thing, struggling with the same problems and blaming themselves. But there's that 1%, those who are hungry to succeed, who want to study smarter, score better, and take control of their future. And I don't know whether you are in the 99% or the 1%. But if you are the 99%, you will probably stop the video and go watch something else. If you are the 1%, then stay with me and learn with me. The first problem that makes you hate studying is mental fatigue. What is it? Mental fatigue. You see, you are not resisting studies. It's not that you are saying no to studies. What you are experiencing is mental fatigue, mental tiredness. You feel in the moment you look at the face of the book. And when you feel that mental tiredness, your body also feels it. It gets transferred to your body. You must have observed this moment. When you don't want to study, look at your hands. They usually drop, right? You drop your shoulders, drop your head. And then the voice that comes out of your vocal cords, no, I don't want to study now, God. And even though you are just sitting there with a book, deep down it feels like a mountain. Think about it. And then everybody at your home, maybe including yourself, tell that you are lazy. And let me tell you, it is not laziness, it is mental fatigue. And you feel like this because deep inside you know that no matter how much you study, it's not going to sit inside your head. You're going to forget. That helplessness is what you're fighting. And the brain, being smart, says, if you don't understand and remember anything, what's the point? Why waste energy? Why study? Forget it. Let me tell you a story. Do you like stories? Yes? There was a student of mine. She came to me. She said, Sir, I hate studying. And she was experiencing everything that I just told you. I looked at her and I said, imagine this. If you knew exactly how to study, if you studied something twice or thrice and it stuck in your mind and you could write it well in the exam, recall it confidently and get praised by your teacher or classmates looked at you with respect, would you still hate studying? She rolled her eyes up, thought for a moment, and said, I guess no. I will not hate studying. Then I told her, that the real problem is not your books or studies. The real problem is nobody ever showed you how to study right. And you keep comparing yourself to your brother, to your sister, the topper in the class. You keep saying, she's so intelligent. Once she studies, she understands everything, bro. But I don't. She follows a timetable. And I don't manage my time or anything. And with that comparison, you slowly enter the fatigue zone, the mental fatigue. So now let me give you my solution for problem number 1. How do you handle this? You see, before we go there, I want you to remember this. Sometimes you do sit down to study. You are not tired. You have eaten, you have rested, and still nothing goes in. That's when it's not about mental fatigue anymore. It's about the way you are studying. The method itself is broken. That's the second problem. And once you understand that, a lot of things will change for you. But first, let's understand solution number 1. When you feel mental fatigue and you are frustrated and you say, I can't study this, shh, nothing is getting inside my head. In that moment, do this. Get up. Walk around for 1 minute and take 5 deep breaths and then tell yourself, it's okay even if I don't understand everything now. I am going to sit with my book and just try to get as much as I can. That's all. No pressure. Try this. Study for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Again 25 minutes, another 5-minute break. In the break, don't touch your phone. Just walk around or think about what you studied. Do 2 such rounds, then take a 10-minute break. Go outside, move a bit, come back, and now you are studying not because of pressure. You are studying because you just want to know. That's called curiosity-driven study. What is it? Curiosity-driven study. This is not about becoming a topper in one night. This is about sending a message to your brain. You are telling your brain, this is important to me. When you keep doing that, your brain starts to listen. It starts to cooperate and opens itself up to that knowledge, and eventually you will start becoming better. If you have realized that it's not knowledge you hate, it is not studying that you hate, but the mental fatigue, the mental tiredness that comes from not getting results. If you have realized that, type I love knowledge in the comment section. The moment you do this, you are not just typing a sentence, you are sending a signal to your brain. We don't give up that easy. Okay, so now let's look at the second problem, and this one is a big reason why most students say, I study but nothing stays. But before I get into it, just remember, when we come to the third part of this video, I will show you how to approach subjects like maths, history, and physics in a way that actually makes them easier to learn. So if those are the subjects you have been struggling with, that part is going to be very useful. Now let's understand the second problem. You see, most of the students, the reason that they hate studying, is not because they are weak. It is because their method, their technique they used to study is weak. Now, I'm going to share with you a secret that very few students, parents, and teachers know. And if you know the secret, if you learn the secret today, your student life will change forever. Do you want to know that secret? Do you want to know what it is? If you want to know the secret, hold the phone in both your hands. Or if you're already holding it in both your hands, hold it in one hand now. When you do this, you're telling your brain that this secret is important, And once you tell this to your brain takes it seriously. So now, listen carefully. The secret is there are no average students, only average learning or studying methods. Now, if you're thinking, what secret is this? How will it help me? Now, ruko zara, sabar karo, think about it. Your brain has over 100 billion neurons. It's designed to remember. It's more powerful than you think. You are forgetting things not because of your brain, but because the way you study is outdated. Let me explain this. Imagine you need to fill a big drum with water, and you have to fetch water from a well using a bucket, and that bucket has a hole. You bring water, walk 30 feet, and by the time you reach the drum, all's gone. It's all gone. The water's not there. That is what is happening with you. Your brain is the drum. It can store a lot, but your method is the bucket with the holes. So no matter how hard you work, nothing stays. That is why your learning method is average and not your brain. And once you understand this, you will stop blaming yourself and start changing your method, and that changes your game. Now, what should you do? First, stop reading the same thing again and again. That's not studying, that's mental torture. Close the book after one reading. Ask yourself, what did I understand? Answer aloud. That's called active recall. It's a technique. And if you are a visual learner, draw diagrams. If you are a logical learner, break things into flow charts or steps. I have been teaching this for more than 15 years, and students who were failing exams have cracked IIT, JEE, NEET, NEET, and scored high in commerce and arts too, just by changing their method. These are the same techniques that help me break a Guinness World Record in super memory. So remember, it's not you, it's the method. And if the water and drum example made you go, bro, that's exactly me, hit subscribe. This channel gets you, and more importantly, it'll help you fix what school never taught you. And now, the third problem and its solution. The third problem is that, where you feel that studies are irrelevant, right? Irrelevance. Studies are not important. That is what a lot of students feel. Today's generation is smart. You're smart. You ask questions. You ask, why should I study something that's not useful? You want relevance. And when you don't see that, your brain switches off. But let me say this. Maybe the subject will not be useful 15 years later, but right now it helps you pass. Right now it helps you move forward. And second, people treat you differently when you do well. Most of them will respect you, and the rest will feel jealous. You may not like it, but it's true. Your grades still influence how teachers, relatives, even neighbors see you. That's a world we live in. Personally, I don't endorse it. But then that is how the cookie crumbles. Think of life in stages. When you are a student, society respects those who do well in academics. In your 20s, it's about career. In your 30s, it's money. In your 40s, it's stability. At every age, there is an activity that wins respect. So even if you don't love the subject, link it to your current stage in life. Ask yourself, how can I turn this topic into a game? If you're learning physics, don't just see formulas. Visualize how things actually move, bend, break, or fly. It's just not a subject, it's how the world works. You are basically decoding real life with it. And history isn't about remembering dates. It is about spotting patterns in how people think, fight, win, lose, and repeat the same mistakes again and again. If you can tell stories from history like a movie plot, not only will you remember it, you will become way better at presenting ideas in real life. Math is not about numbers. It's about problem solving. Every time you crack a question, your brain learns how to think clearly under pressure. That's a skill you will use for life, even when you are figuring out which delivery app gives you more discount. Now you see, once you start connecting things, your brain starts enjoying the game. It stops resisting, and you start becoming better and better with your studies. If you agree that your generation is smart, make a smart move. Smash that like button. It tells YouTube to show this video to others, and you will be the reason someone finally stops hating studies. And now let me invite you to something that will help you go further. My free Super Kid Smart Teens Masterclass. Why should you attend? Let me ask you. Do you want to memorize long answers, short answers, and difficult concepts with ease? If yes, attend the masterclass. Do you want to study boring subjects without stress or pressure? If yes, attend the free masterclass. Do you want to increase your memory, focus, and concentration power? If yes, attend the masterclass. Do you want to study in less time and still have time for your hobbies, fun, and relaxation? If yes, attend the masterclass. Now, do you want to understand your subject so well in class that you don't even need tuitions? If yes, class, you're right. Now you see, this is the same method what I teach in my masterclass and later in the full online workshop Super Kids Smart Teens. These methods and techniques helped me break a Guinness World Record in super memory. It has helped thousands of students from science, commerce, and arts backgrounds. Students who were failing started scoring 80-90%, and later they started cracking some of the toughest exams. And this is a copyrighted method. No one else is allowed to teach this without my permission. So don't waste a full year trying random trial and error, right? Attend the masterclass. The link is below, and don't waste another single minute. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the masterclass and hopefully later in the Super Kids Smart Teens online workshop. See you and take charge.